Are you going to help Mommy? You helping Mommy make pickled beets today? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get going. Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome back on this lovely Tuesday morning. It's a rather cool day today, cool and cloudy, but I really prefer that sort of day for getting things done in the house. I don't know what it is, but something about the more overcast, cooler days just puts me in a cozier homemaking mood. A lot more than the hot and sunny days, for sure. Well, anyway, today we're making pickled beets. I have my big old pot full of beets going here, or they will be going. I've got them washed, trimmed in here, and I got the heat started. They just haven't started boiling yet. And then I have my little sidekick down here. Hey, buddy. What you doing? You got lots of toys? Are you going to help Mama today? Yeah? You going to help Mama today? Okay, that sounds like a plan. Little man's almost 9 months old already, and I cannot believe how fast time has flown. I really totally thought that I would be doing a lot more recording and filming after he was born. During my pregnancy, I felt pretty rough a lot of the time, and I was just like, oh, well, after things will be more interesting anyway after he's born, and I'll have a whole lot more to share and everything. And but life gets busy. Mom life is not for the faint of heart, as all of you moms know for sure. So today we are going to be making pickled beets, and I've also got some laundry to catch up on and just general housework and stuff to do. And I should pick a bunch of jalapenos. I'm going to be making cowboy candy with those. I've never made that before until like last year, and then I've done like 3 batches since then. So that's a condiment that my husband and I both really like, and I don't like hot stuff that well, but the cowboy candy I do enjoy. So if you all would like a video of that with the recipe, then drop me a comment below and let me know, and we'll see about maybe making that into a video as well. But for right now, let's get on to the pickled beets. We're gonna boil these until they're just fork tender, and we will go from there. Okay, after your beets are fork tender, which these have been going about 2 hours, so it can take a while. You can either drain your pot and then fill it with cold water or ice water, or what I did here, since I had so many, is I just filled a sink full of ice and water, and then scoop scoop the beets out with my colander. So you'll want those to cool a little bit, and then we're going to peel them. And then depending on the size, see if I can, let me turn this around. Okay, so you'll peel them, just peel the skins right off. After they cool for a few minutes, they should peel off pretty easily. Obviously, it'll be easier if you're doing it with 2 hands rather than 1, like I'm doing here. But, so yeah, you want to peel them all. And depending on their size, like a bigger one about this size, and you'll need to, there may be some little just spots you need to cut out. But ones maybe this size or bigger, I'd cut them in quarters, or if they're even bigger, then maybe eighths. Small ones like this size, I would just leave whole, or maybe or cut them in half if you like. Just really whatever size you prefer. And then we'll go on and make our syrup. Somebody woke up from their nap. Good morning. Hi. You ready to help Mama again? Okay, let's go. Okay, so we have our beets peeled and quartered, and I've mixed our syrup ingredients already. What these consist of is, well, first I made a pretty big batch of syrup. I don't think I'll need this big of a batch for the amount of beets I have. My recipe doesn't specify like how many beets the syrup is for, so it's something you just kind of have to guess at. You learn from experience. But I have this big, it's a 5-quart KitchenAid mixer bowl of peeled and quartered or at least most of the beets are quartered. Some of them are smaller, so I cut them in halves or even left them whole. So for this 5-quart bowl, I will give you the ingredient proportions that I use. Most of them, sorry, he broke my train of thought. I actually am doing more syrup than I need, but I figured I can always use the leftover to pickle eggs with. So for this batch, I combined 2 cups each of water, apple cider vinegar, and sugar. And to that, I added 3 tablespoons of cinnamon and 1 tablespoon each of allspice and cloves. And we will bring this to a boil. And as soon as it boils, we will add the beets, turn it down to a simmer, and simmer them for 15 minutes. And while we're waiting for that to heat up, it's time to take a swinging break, huh, Tommy? Taking a swinging break? Is it fun? It's lots of fun. Yeah, Thomas put the swing up for me, or for Tommy, a few weeks ago, and it's coming really handy for when I've got to, like right now I'm out burning cardboard, burning some trash. So when I have something to do like that, it's really handy to have him, a place for him to sit. We've been doing some improvements back here, little improvements, so it's a little bit of a mess right now, but we had trees come down and some storms this spring, and still kind of trying to clean up that mess. Thomas hasn't had a lot of time off work, you know, so it's kind of a slow go getting things picked up and cleaned up. But yeah, is that fun? Yeah, I think somebody likes that. Anyway, do we need to head back in and check our beets? We'll head back in here in just a minute. Okay, I'm back, and I almost forgot to film this part. I've already done like 4 jars. So what we're going to do is, after it's boiled or simmered for 15 minutes, you'll want to heat your jars, or at least warm them, because this is going to be really hot. I usually keep this on low, so it's not really simmering, but it's still very, very hot. And we're going to fill our jars with the beets. I mean, some juice can go with it, but it's mostly just worry about getting the beets in there. And I'll periodically kind of shake them down to make sure that they're filling every little space. And sometimes, yeah, like I just did with the spoon, kind of move them around a little bit to make sure you get as many in there as you can fit. And then you're going to take more of that really, really hot syrup. I hope you all can hear me because I have a video playing for Tommy in the background. I try not to do screens, but I was going to be one of those no screen moms, and I resort to screens sometimes if I'm doing something really important. Okay, so you're going to fill this to 1/4 inch from the top with the hot syrup, and then wipe it with a rag, or this is just a paper towel dipped in or wet with white vinegar. I do that to kind of make sure there's no kind of film or grease or anything of any kind on the rim of the jar. You put a lid on there and a ring, and you're going to want to screw that fingertip tight. And then you just set it aside till it cools, and as it cools, they will pull the lid down and seal. That's if you don't know, that's called open kettle canning, which used to be a really common way of canning in the olden days. I wouldn't trust it for a lot of things. I think back when they used to do that, they weren't as worried about food safety. And canning was still a relatively new thing. But there are things I will still, such as jams and jellies. Those are obviously open kettle. Or you can actually can. You can can those, but I typically just do open kettle. And this is another case where they do open kettle. I've never, ever had a jar spoil, mold, go bad, unseal. It's always been really good. I'm going to have quite a bit of syrup left over, but my plan is to make pickled eggs with that syrup and see how that tastes. I'm not a big pickled egg person, but my husband likes them, so hopefully he'll like those. So it looks like I'm gonna end up with, out of that 5-quart bowl that I had, let me see, I have 6 pints. I'll probably get another 3, I'm guessing, out of there, but we'll see. Okay, we've got that done, and it ended up, it would have made 13 jars, but I did the last ones in that quart because I didn't have any more pints that were clean and sterile. And I realized that these are actually a 14-ounce jar, so they actually would not have made, it probably would have done 11 or 12 pints. So we're done with that. Let's go see if Tommy wants to help Mama sign off. Tommy, you want to help Mama sign off? Whoops. Let's pause this. Can you say bye-bye to the people? Tell them, be sure to like and share the videos. And if you haven't subscribed yet, tell them to subscribe. And they can see a whole lot more of you, huh? Should we ask them if they'd like to see a whole lot more of you? Okay. Say, well, if you like and share and subscribe to our videos, subscribe to our channel, you'll see a whole lot more of me and my footsies. Okay, can you say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. We'll see you all in my next video. Until then, take care. God bless.